Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be filming an empties video, and I feel like it's been quite a while since I've done one, and it must have been a while because my empty bin is so full. So my empties bin is super full, so this is going to be a long video. Again, I feel like I keep telling you guys this every time I film an empties. I feel like I should film them more frequently so that I don't have so much stuff and the video is not 30 minutes long, but I never get around to doing it that often, so they build up until this thing gets full, and then I'm finally like, okay, gotta film this, gotta do it. So enough talking, because this is gonna be a long video as is, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so let's start by talking about sheet masks, because I have a whole heck of a lot of empty sheet masks this month to show you guys. So I have been obsessed with these one-time use sheet masks. They range in price from $5 to about $8. You can find all the ones I got are from Sephora. Or all the ones I've used up are from Sephora, and I just love these. They're so relaxing. What I like to do is after I do my nighttime routine of cleansing, then I will either do some sort of treatment almost every single night. So I either do a sheet mask or a traditional mask, or sometimes I'll just do my microdermabrasion. So I try to kind of rotate my skincare, and I've been obsessed with trying a lot of new stuff recently and really liking the results, by the way. So the first two are from the Sephora collection. These are the face sheet masks. I have the one, the anti-fatigue one that's red, and then the toning and revitalizing. So this one here, the ginseng one, I mentioned this in my products I regret buying. So I would not purchase this one again because it has a really foul odor. But this one I actually enjoyed a lot. I really like this one. I definitely will buy this again. In fact, I think I already do own another one. I just haven't got around to using yet, but I really like the red one. I also have a couple of their one-time use eye masks. So these ones just go in like a little triangular shape underneath the eye. These are really great for on the days where you feel like your eyes are a little puffy and tired or really dehydrated. Like if you notice your concealer is getting really creased up underneath your eye, maybe more than normal, I would try using one of these sheet masks for under the eye, or some of the other ones I'm going to show you, just to really give that skin extra hydration. The skin underneath the eye doesn't perspire the way the rest of your face does. So even if you're oily skin, like I'm combo to oily, but even if you have oily skin, underneath your eye can still get really dehydrated. So using things like this will really help put that moisture back in, and then you'll notice your concealer looks so much better if your under eye is hydrated properly. So the two that I have here are the Ultra Moisturizing and Brightening and the Anti-Fatigue and Energizing, and I love both of these. I don't think I could pick a favorite from the two of them. I think these two are my favorites of the ones that they have for the under eye area, but both of these are super great, and I really like both of them a lot. Speaking of under eye masks, I have a couple other ones to mention. This one is from Boscia. This is their Saki Brightening Hydrogel eye masks. This one was a little bit more than the prices I told you. I think this one was like $12 or something, but you get 3 in here, or 3 uses in here. So 3 sets of 2, if that makes sense. So anyways, it works exactly like the ones from the Sephora collection. These ones are like a hydrogel, so they kind of have like a jelly kind of feeling to it, whereas the other ones are paper. So they're a thinner consistency. I actually like these ones better. I feel like they stick better to the eye area, and they don't slide around like the paper ones can. And also I feel like they're just a little bit more hydrating than the Sephora ones, but I really like both of them. And then this by far is my favorite eye mask I have tried. This is also from the Sephora collection. This is the Instant Depuffing Eye Mask. So this is amazing. It is really thick, and I saved it so I could show you guys, even though this has been used. I'll show you. This might gross some people out that it's been used, but it's super thick. Like it's almost like 1/4 of an inch thick, the mask. And when you first apply it, this one's been used so it doesn't anymore, but when you first apply it, it has it's like cold. It feels like you just pulled it out of a refrigerator. And you place this over your whole eye area. It looks like you're wearing sunglasses kind of. But I really like that one because a lot of times I get puffy on my eyelid, and I already have hooded eye, so when my lid gets puffy, I have like an extreme hooded eye, and it's almost impossible to do any eye makeup look, and on those days I pretty much just do a winged liner and go. So I really like that mask because it takes down the puffiness not only underneath the eye but on my lid as well. So I love that one. I've been wanting to buy more, but we've been sold out at our store, but if you can find it, it's amazing. And then the last sheet mask that I have to talk about are these ones from Karuna. I have the most of these because they are my favorite. I absolutely love these. These are, again, paper masks, so they have more of a paper consistency. But the way that these ones are cut out, the cutouts that they give you for your eye and mouth hole, I feel like they fit my face better. The sheet masks from Sephora are a little big, and I don't know, it just doesn't fit as well as these ones. These ones fit really, really nicely on my face, and they don't move around or slide around quite as much. But I have three different kinds here. I have two of the antioxidant face mask, which is my favorite, which is why I have two. I also tried the age-defying face mask and then the brightening face mask. Of course, as I mentioned, this one, the antioxidant one, is my favorite. I feel like after I use this, my skin just looks clearer and more moisturized, if that makes sense. So it just looks, I don't know, it feels soft. My skin feels softer. It feels more hydrated, but it doesn't feel oily or greasy. I just really, really like these. And if you have not tried these, I highly recommend giving them a try. As we're talking about skincare, I do have quite a lot of other skincare empties in here. This is one of the mini Ulla Henriksen Truth Serum, or what are these? Truth to Go wipes. So they're just the orange wipes from Ulla. I really like the way these smell. These just smell so, so nice. And these are perfect for on the go. I like to bring these with me when I travel so that I don't have to bring a ton of different face washes, because I'm kind of high maintenance when it comes to my skincare, and when I'm traveling, I kind of step it down a notch. So I usually will just use makeup removing wipes instead, because it's just easier to pack. So that's why I like those. As long as we're talking about Ulla, I know I've had this in basically every single Empties video I've ever shown you guys, and this is my the Ulla Henriksen Sheer Transformation. This is my all-time favorite moisturizer. I absolutely love it. This is a baby size that I got as a point perk a while back, and I just used it up. So really like this a lot. If you guys still haven't tried it, go try it. The next empty is from Glam Glow, and this is one of the mini sizes of the original mask, the Super Mud mask. This one, I really love this. It is a great face mask, but it is a little bit on the drying side. So if you are prone to breakouts, you will love this mask. You can use it all over, or like what I like to do is just use it where I'm experiencing breakout. So if I get, for instance, a breakout on my chin, which is my common breakout area, I will just do a little treatment just in that area. If I apply it to my whole face, it does kind of dry out the areas where I'm not experiencing breakouts, so I try to use it more as a spot treatment, which actually helps it last longer. So I really like this. I like having it on hand so that if I do get a breakout, I have it. In fact, I did purchase the full size already to replace this little guy. Another mask to talk about, this is from Eslor. This is their chlorophyll lifting mask. So I got this in a BoxyCharm a while back, and I'm gonna show you guys. There is some product left in here, but what happened is it got totally dried out. So I didn't have it that long, and I used the majority of it before that happened, but for some reason it didn't want to last very long. So if you get these, you have to use them super, super fast, like within 3 months. So I was kind of on the fence about this mask. I kind of liked it at first, but the more I used it, the more I was like, I'm not really feeling it. And maybe it was just because it was starting to go bad, but it definitely tightens your skin. Like you can feel after you remove this mask, you can feel your skin is tighter, but it almost got so tight that it was like uncomfortable, especially like on my forehead where I tend to be more dry. It was like sucking everything up. So if you like that, you'll really love this. But if you are not so into that tight feeling, you probably wouldn't like that one. Still have more skincare in here. This is from Joy and Karma. This is their vitamin C serum. So they actually sent this to me for PR, and I found it on Amazon. It has super, super good ratings, and I actually really enjoyed this a lot. It lasted a long time. You get 1 fluid ounce in here, and you just don't need that much with a serum. So this lasted me like a couple of months. It lasted a very, very long time, and I really did enjoy it. I didn't see much difference as far as brightening, but I felt like it was definitely hydrating. So and it didn't break me out, which some serums can break me out. So I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was a good serum. I also have a mini Josie Maran argan oil. So this I ended up trying to use up because I can't apply this to my face. It breaks me out really bad. So what I ended up doing with this is applying it on my psoriasis on my scalp and body. So that's how I was able to get through this little guy, but I won't repurchase this. I'm not a fan of the argan oil, but I did end up using it up. I also have a mini size of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This, I feel like this stuff is okay. It's not my favorite. It doesn't do a bad job, but I just basically will spray this before I apply my foundation, and I really just don't feel like it does anything for me personally, so it's just like an added step, and I really don't, I have a lot of other setting and priming sprays that I prefer over this one, and this one just is not my favorite. And then I have a another mini. This is a mini Boscia Detoxifying Black Cleanser. This I love. This stuff is really, really great. If you're oily skin or acne prone skin, you will like this mask a lot. It has the charcoal in it, which really helps to pull all the impurities out of your skin. And I would use this with my Clarisonic sometimes or without it, just depending. And I would use it any time I was starting to really flare up with breakouts. No, not breakups. Breakouts. Anytime I would get a lot of breakouts, I would pull this guy out. I have another oil to talk about. This is from Dr. Vatika. You can find this brand on Amazon and eBay, I believe. I really like his hair masks. I love those. They're amazing. But this is his almond enriched hair oil. So I was using this as whenever I do my oil scalp treatments. This is one of the oils that I would sometimes apply to the concoction, and it will make your hair more shiny and silky from what I've read, and I liked it okay. It did an okay job, but I don't know if I'll purchase this particular one again. Right, so my next skincare item, this is a mini. Again, I get so many minis from Point Perks and gifts with purchase, but this is from Dr. Brandt. This is the Microdermabrasion. This is one of my favorite products from Dr. Brandt, and I really love his line. He has really great products, but this is a extremely, extremely good exfoliator. It does a very deep exfoliation. So you wouldn't want to use this more than like once a week because it can be a little bit harsh. It has both a chemical and physical exfoliant in here, and so it can be a little bit irritating to the skin. If you have sensitive skin, I would not try this one, but if you are looking for a good exfoliator to get a really good exfoliation, try it. I do have another Dr. Brandt item in here. So this is a Dr. Brandt eye cream. This is the Extend Your Youth eye cream, and I loved this. If it wasn't so expensive, I would repurchase it. I actually won this from the Eslor magazine giveaway that they do twice a year. I won this item and they sent it to me, and I loved it. It lasted a really long time actually, so for the price I think it actually is a pretty decent deal because you don't go through it too quickly. I like the fact that it has a pump instead of a tub. I just hate having to stick my finger in the tubs and then you feel like you're contaminating it every single time, but this one with the pump, it makes it super, super easy to use, and this was awesome. When I was using this, I definitely noticed a difference with my under eye just being a lot more hydrated, and I wasn't seeing as many little fine lines underneath my eye, so I highly recommend trying that one if you're looking for a new eye cream. Another skincare item I'm just going to briefly mention, this is the Clarisonic Luxe Brush Head. I did mention this also in my products I regret buying video because I did not like it at all. It's really bad. It's got the, ooh, it just fell apart on me. So it's got the really long bristles and it's very, very narrow around, and it just didn't clean as deeply as my other brush heads I've tried, and I've tried several of them, but this one was not my favorite. I do not recommend it at all. Okay, we're getting close to done on the skincare. The next item is a little mini of the Ultra Repair Cream from First Aid Beauty. This is one of their most popular items. You can actually use this on your face or body, but for my oily skin, I only use it on my body. It's a little too thick for my face and it would clog my pores and break me out. So I do use this on my body, but I love it. It's a great hand cream or body cream. It's super moisturizing. So if you're really experiencing a lot of dryness, I highly recommend trying that. Okay, another skincare item. This is from Peter Thomas Roth. This is his Viz 1000. This is incredible. If this was not so gosh darn expensive, I would totally buy this again. I got this one for free as a gift with purchase, so I was able to try it out, but it's so great, you guys. If you have dry skin, you need to get this. So I got this actually right when we were transitioning into winter, and my skin was so dry that I was actually getting a little bit of texture on my skin, which is really unusual for me. So I started using this and it cleared it up within a few days. It really did an amazing job. I actually don't really need this because I have such oily skin, but for dry skin people, I highly recommend trying this out. So basically it is 75% hyaluronic acid. And what hyaluronic acid does, it's in a lot of skincare. It helps not only to moisturize your skin, but it helps to retain the moisture. So I highly recommend this if you have dry skin. I'm trying to go quick, you guys. There's so much in here. Okay, I also have another little baby size mini. This is the Shiseido Bio Performance Super Corrective Serum. I went through this within only a couple uses, so honestly, you guys, I don't have a lot to say about it because I didn't get a lot of use out of it. The next item that I have in here is a little Burt's Bees Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream. So, this took so long to go through. I was using this for like over a year trying to get through this guy. There's so much product in here and you only need a tiny bit that it took forever. I love the smell of it. It smells amazing. In fact, every time at night when I was applying this, my youngest daughter would come in and say, I want to smell it too. She loved it too, but I don't feel like it did a whole lot for my nails. I did notice a difference when I stopped using it. My nails were more dry. My nail beds were more dry, but it didn't do that great of a job. I still have a lot of dryness around my nails and hangnails, and my nails are just so crappy. Like the condition of my nails is so bad. I don't know what to do about it. I've been trying a lot of new products recently trying to improve their health, but this just didn't do enough for me. I feel like it did a little bit, but it wasn't enough. A little fragrance in here. This is from Victoria's Secret. This is the Sexy Little Things Noir Body Mist. And what I started doing with these body mists, I had a huge collection of these from Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works because I used to get a lot of coupons from them with offers to come in and get a free one. So I had an enormous amount of these and they just don't last on the body. So you can spray these and within a minute, the scent is gone. So what I started using them for is to just use it as a room spray, and I feel like it lingers more in the room than it does on my body. And it's a really nice, refreshing way to kind of, I don't know, I just love walking into my room and having a nice scent. It makes me feel good, and I do have candles that I burn a lot, but I've been using these as room sprays, and it's been working pretty good. I've been getting through them pretty quickly that way. I have a few hair products, not too many this time around. The first one is from Elizabeth and James. This is the dry shampoo in the Black Nirvana scent. I love this. I'm really sad that it's gone. I got it in gratis, and I really am tempted to purchase it again, but it's just so pricey, but I might still purchase it because I really love it. It did a great job as a dry shampoo of absorbing the oil in the hair, but it also has an amazing scent that sticks around all day. So I really loved this when I had it, and I'm sad that it's gone. It's really gross because it's been sitting in here a really long time, you guys. I'm sorry, but this is the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Special Shampoo. This is one of my favorite shampoos for my psoriasis because it has the tea tree oil. It is really calming, so it really calms my psoriasis when it's very irritated. and it has kind of that tingly feeling because of the peppermint and tea tree that are in here. So I find it really soothing for my scalp. So this is kind of one of my go-to shampoos whenever my psoriasis gets out of control on my scalp. I will use this, and I am out right now, so I do need to repurchase it, but I do highly recommend this if you have the same issue as I do with scalp psoriasis, or if you have just irritation on your scalp in general, dryness, itchiness, anything like that, this is a really great shampoo. Quick, I have a couple of nail products and then we'll get into the makeup. So this is actually one of my use it or lose it items for 2016. This is about half gone. It's been sitting on its side, so I don't know if you can see where the big hole is, but this is about half gone right now. It's a Zoya polish. It's totally dried out. I went to use it the other day on my toenails and it is like tar. It's so thick, so I won't be able to use this guy up, so that is going to be tossed. And this guy too also just got too hard. This is the Sachet, I can't say it, Sachet Vite clear base coat, and it is about 3/4 gone. It's down to about here, but it's too thick now and it doesn't do as good of a job. It's just too stringy and thick, so I'm gonna have to throw this out. Let's move on to the makeup items now. I actually have quite a few in here, which is exciting. So the first thing is my Brow Wiz in Caramel. These I go through like crazy, so not too surprising to see this in here. I love it. It is one of my favorite brow products, and of course I already have a new one. I used it today, love it. I also have a couple of mascaras that are done. This one is from Rimmel. This is the Lash Accelerator Mascara. This really wasn't my favorite mascara. It has this tiny little wand. It's not very thick, and I liked it for my lower lash line, but I feel like it's too much work for me, and I'm pretty high maintenance when it comes to makeup. I wear a lot of makeup, but it's too much work for me to use one mascara for my top lashes and a separate one for my bottom lashes, so I just never reached for it. So there's a little bit of product left in here still, but it's just time for me to let this go because I'm not going to be using it. And then the next one I did totally use up. This is the Maybelline the Falsies Volume Express. It's totally empty. I really like this one a lot. It leaves you a very like fluttery, if you like fluttery long separated lashes, that's what this does for you. It's not as much volumizing as it is really lengthening, but I really like it. A couple concealers in here. So the first one is from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Tone Correcting Concealer. I mentioned this also in my products I regret buying video because I just didn't understand how it works. It's so thin, and I ended up having to dip it so many times to get enough product to apply to my under eye, and then it still didn't give me any coverage. I was like, what am I doing with this? It's just like applying water under my eye. It was really weird. And then I used the whole thing up in like 2 uses because it's pretty small, and I had to keep redipping to get enough to even get anything out of it. It was really bizarre. Definitely don't recommend that one. And then I also have one of my NYX HD concealers. This guy is totally gone. I did already repurchase this, and I really do like this a lot. I have a couple mini primers in here as well. The first one is from Burberry. I used it today, got one last use out of it today. I love this. This is so good. I like luminizing primers, but I have a hard time finding one that works with my combination to oily skin, but this one actually does really nice. I don't feel like it makes me look greasy. It doesn't make me look too oily. It just gives me a nice glow, and it does make my makeup last longer. So I do recommend this one for all skin types. I think you guys will really like it. It's really nice, but it's a little pricey. Another primer that I absolutely loved, this is the Cover FX Mattifying Primer. One of my favorites of all time. I've gone through so many of these, full size, minis. I've gone through so many, you guys, and I love it. I will keep repurchasing it. This is a little mini size that I got as a point perk, and I love it. I have a dead beauty blender in here, so it's just time for this guy to go. He's actually still in pretty good condition, but it's just really old, and I got a new one in gratis, so I figured it's time to switch out. So that's going to be going in the garbage. By the way that I'm able to keep mine lasting so much longer, I have clients come in who've only had theirs for like a month and they're like falling apart. Well, I don't use mine every single day, so that might be part of it, but also I clean it after every single use, because if you let the makeup sit in there, the makeup can cause bacteria to start growing, and then it's gonna eat away at your beauty blender, which is really disgusting. But yeah, anyways, I wash mine after every single use. Okay, and then the very last thing, finally, the last thing in here is another use it or lose it for 2016 item that just happened to go bad before I got around to using it, and that is this colored tattoo in the shade Too Cool. So this is just too hard. I can't get any product off of here, and what does come off comes off really patchy and gross. So it is just time to let this one go. I didn't make it around to using it in enough time. So unfortunately, that is gonna have to go in the garbage as well. Alrighty, you guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this Empties video. I know, again, it's a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna try to start doing these at least once a month so that it's not so much stuff. But I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you have questions or comments, please leave those below for me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.